Welcome back. And news now from Egypt. Tens of thousands have gathered in Cairo's Tahrir Square for what is being called the Day of Departure rally, as a deadline set by the protesters in Egypt for President Mubarak to step down and leave the country ends today. Now, NDTV Group's editor Barkhadat reports saying that so far events at Tahrir Square have been peaceful. Now, the army is manning the barricades today, unlike yesterday when the men on the streets were running it. Now, President Mubarak has dug in his heels and saying that he cannot afford to leave right now, as there will be utter chaos in Egypt if he does so. He has also said that the government will try to get consensus, and according to sources, government are in talks with the opposition parties as well. Well, in his first interview to a TV network since the massive demonstrations began 10 days back, President Mubarak has again said that Egypt would sink into utter chaos if he exits. He, however, said that he was fed up with being the president and would like to leave office now. Mubarak also revealed that the president told Obama when he called him 2 days back, he said, and I quote, "You don't understand the Egyptian culture and what would happen if I were to step down now," unquote. Now, President Obama has done some plain speaking, telling Mubarak he should leave sooner than later. Meanwhile, Mubarak also pledged his loyalty to Egypt, saying that he would never run away and would die on this soil. Well, Sourav Ganguly's chances of playing in the IPL4 have hit a roadblock, with 3 franchises, Royal Challengers Bangalore, Mumbai Indians and the Rajasthan Royals, objecting to team coach's move to sign up the southpaw, who went unsold at the players' auction last month. After team Kochi, owners realized well after the auction that they needed a quality Indian batsman. They had formally sought the BCCI's permission to buy Ganguly at his base price of $400,000. And the BCCI in turn had written to all the franchisees in their files to file their objections, if any, in this regard by Thursday night. Now, RCB, Mumbai Indians and Rajasthan Royals have pointed to this very rule while filing their objections, which stymies Sourav Ganguly's chances and aspirations as a T20 cricketer. And again, coming back to the state, to the city rather, students of SMK Formula Institute are on a warpath against their professors. Earlier this evening, 700 students had locked up their professors in a classroom. Now, this dramatic encounter began when their professors failed nearly a whole batch as possible retribution for the protests that this college saw in the Anetra suicide case. Now, just to jog your memory, in May last year, Anetra committed suicide after she was found getting close to a male student. Now, the embarrassment, courtesy of the professors, and the alleged humiliation are believed to have pushed her to take the extreme step. Now, post her suicide, the students conducted wide protests, blaming the professors for Anetra's dramatic step. Then again, those visuals are coming in, of course, our archive visuals. Those visuals are of the time when the students had conducted, again, big protests after the suicide. Again, it was the students were blaming the professors for coming down too harshly on Anetra and pushing her to the edge, where she had to take the dramatic step of taking that extreme step of suicide. Now, just to run you through the facts again, this happened in May last year. Anetra was found getting close to a male counterpart, which apparently didn't go down too well with the authorities, who were believed to be more conventional in their outlook. They, in fact, had came down, or at least believed to have come down really harshly on her, again humiliating her in public, which again pushed her over the edge, pushed her over the edge and made her take that dramatic step. That again, we saw big protests, even acts of vandalism by the students. The parents, what the professors have done, in fact, has failed nearly 92% of this particular batch. That in turn really infuriated the students today, which in turn led to the students locking up the professors and really demanding a fair treatment. That's essentially the mood coming out at this point. Now, Krishna, our reporter, was of course at ground zero again. He was trying to get for us a sense of things at the college at this point. Now, Krishna, you were there when all of this went down. You were there when the students locked up the professors. You were there in the heat of the moment. Can you give us a sense of the situation that was prevailing at that college?
Ashmit, around 700 students were protesting outside the college today. They were demanding justice for marks for which they were failed. Around 92% of the students were failed in the internal exams. The internal exams are about for 20 marks of the entire paper, or 80 marks is for the external exam, which is being done by Anna University, and 20 marks is of the internal exam. Now, this internal exam was held in July last year, and it was the same time when one of the college students, Anitra, committed suicide allegedly because she was harassed by the lecturers over there. Now, students protested before the internal exam, and the college warned them that they would face severe consequences for protesting. Now, as they told in January, the results last month, the results came out, or the internal exam results came out, and most 92% of the students found out that they were failed in the exams. And when they went and asked the college authority, they told them that this was because they had protested at that time when Anitra died, and that's why they were failed in the internal exams. Now, college students went and they did demand for an explanation, and they wanted them a proper explanation as to why they were failed, but the college authorities refused to respond to this. Now, today the college correspondent came to the college, and the students planned that they will definitely seek an answer from him today and will not allow him to go outside. So, as planned, they rounded off all the entire college area and refused to allow the lecturers and college management and the correspondent to go out until they provide them with a solution. Following this, the management got together, and they told the students that they will talk to Anna University about coming out with a solution for this, but then and they said that they will talk to them on Monday or Tuesday, but the students refused to allow them to go outside. They told that once the correspondent steps outside, it will be very difficult for them to contact him and get a clear solution. So they maintained. It was a virtual deadlock over there. Students refused to buy into their demands. Even the college also refused to go back from their demands. So it was a virtual deadlock over there.
Right, Krishna. So you've taken us through the series of events what really led to this dramatic face-off between the students and really the professors at this point. But then again, we're looking at full-grown, mature men and women. They could not have been pushed around as easily as just rounding up a few students here. So again, there must have been some tense moments between the professors and students, really 700 of them. Can you give us a situation of, again, the tense moments prevailing at that in the heat of the moment?
Well, Ashmit, yes, there were a lot of lecturers who live very far off from the city, but then they couldn't do anything because whenever they tried to enter out of the college, there was only one gate through which they could go out, and whenever they tried to do it, there were scores of students who cornered the entire area, and it was virtually very difficult for them to get out. Even requests, they had to literally plead the students for them to get out of the college, but then they refused to let them go out. They said that only when a clear solution, they come up with a clear solution and decide that and get a clear solution for their marks, then only they will allow them to go inside. But the college said that they would try and talk to the Anna University on Monday or Tuesday and come back to them, but then the students said that they want a solution today and will not allow them to go out until they get a clear solution. So virtually the lecturers couldn't do anything else but to listen to their demands and stay back in the college until a clear solution was fought. Ashmit?
Right, Krishna. Thanks for joining us with all those details. We, of course, will be tracking that story in great detail to get you all the facts. But that is all the time that we have for. Keep watching NDTV Hindu for the latest news and updates. Again, next up, we bring you more action at the top of Next Hour. Keep watching.